Hi everyone, this is Mindy and welcome back to my channel. The celebration continues with Simon Says Stamp STAMPtember, and tonight is featuring the collaboration with Paper Rose Studio. I'm going to show you how I created this ombre effect with that solid stamp and the help of a blending brush. So here is a look at the exclusive stamp set, All the Thanks from Paper Rose Studio. This is only sold over at Simon Says Stamp and while supplies last. So we have this large thanks in both a solid and outline, along with that beautiful floral image and some coordinating sentiments. I am starting with 80-pound white cardstock in my Misty stamping tool, and I'm laying down that image first. So I have this in a landscape orientation, and I'm going to ink up the image in some Lawn Fawn jet black ink. This is a Copic friendly ink because I do plan on doing some simple coloring with my Copic markers. Now, because it is a brand new stamp, I am going to ink it up again to make sure I have a really good black impression. Then I chose a smaller sentiment that's going to go under the large thanks, and I'm going to stamp that in that black ink as well. Now, I really apologize if I sound stuffed up because I am. I have a really bad head cold right now, so I'm so sorry about that. So now I could bring in that solid thanks, and I'm placing that right above that smaller sentiment. Once I pick that up at the door of the Misty, I want to do kind of an ombre effect on this. So I started with bubblegum ink from Simon Says Stamp. This is the lightest color out of that trio, and I'm going to stamp that down. Now, I must have whoopsed when I was inking up the image because I have that very distinct line there. So I'm just going to ink that up again with that same bubblegum ink. So now when I stamp this down, we should have a full coverage with this really nice light pink. Now I'm going to bring in the taffy ink, and this is the third one, or the darkest out of that trio, but I'm only inking up about halfway. Then I'm taking a blending brush and I'm going to dab towards the top. I want to kind of remove some of that and take away that harsh line so it looks like it's transitioning from that really light into that dark. Now, I actually intended to go back over that with the outline thanks, but I completely forgot and went right on to coloring these leaves and these flowers. So I'm doing some really simple coloring here. There's not a whole lot of room to do. So I just chose two colors. I have YG01, which is my lightest color I laid down for the leaves. And then I'm bringing in YG06, and I'm just adding that dark shade just to one side of the leaves to give that some contrast. I'm going to do the same thing with the flower. So for the flowers, I'm starting with the lightest color that I chose, which is RV63. And then I'm going to bring in the RV66, and I'm only adding some small flicks starting from the bottom of the flower and flicking up towards the edge of the petal. Now you could leave that as is, but I decided I wanted to pop that panel up, so I'm die cutting it with the Waffle Flower A2 layering frames. And now, since I do want to pop this up, I noticed when I used foam tape behind my panels, I can almost see the foam tape behind it. So I'm going to add another piece of cardstock that's cut to the same size. Then I'm going to come in and add my foam tape. I just feel like that kind of hides that foam tape a little bit. You're not seeing the shadows so much and secures it a little bit better. And then I can go ahead and add this to a cream card base. Now, since this is a pretty clean and simple card, I'm going to embellish it a little bit, starting with these clear quartz sequins from Gina K Designs. I'm attaching a few around that large thanks using my Connect that I have in those fine tip bottles. And then I'm going to come in with the Aqua Shimmer pen and just add some of that shimmer to my flowers. It just adds a really pretty sparkly touch to it. So that finishes off my really quick and clean and simple card for you today, doing some ombre stamping. I will have all of these supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog as well. I hope you have found this video inspirational, and here are a few more videos that I think you might enjoy. Thanks so much for stopping by.